And I actually had a poem from a kid from Seattle that was a part that we used as a verse. And we wrote this song called the Freedom Song. And that song has changed my life.
So, speak a little bit about the trajectory of the Freedom Song.
Yeah.
And going into this share right now, I want to just really root in for everybody who's going to hear what happened and where it went, that this was written by you and children that were evacuees from Katrina
Yeah.
in a shelter at the biggest time of despair is when this piece of music was created and birthed. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the Freedom Song.
Yeah. So we put together this song, the Freedom Song, over some days and maybe weeks or something. I don't know. We kept vibing on it, and we performed it in front of the whole shelter of like 600 people. And I saw parents and grandparents. I just saw tears streaming, and I saw people flushed with like relief in a way of just emotion all coming out and singing freedom. Whoa, know how you like that freedom. And these parts of the song that are about freedom, and another part that's like, come on along, we know you really want to feel our song. We got some light to bring, we got some joy in this thing. And when that moment happened and it had that effect, I looked at the kids and I said, we got a job now. We got to go every afternoon, and we got to go around and we got to sing this song to parents on their cots and people in their circles. And we got to spread this, And it's the Freedom Song. And in a way, it was about inner freedom, mental freedom, like freedom, because everybody right then was kind of trapped. Like that we were physically trapped. People did not, it was a hard moment during that, all of the United States was trying to figure out how to help, and people on the ground bringing in donations and everything, but it was such a massive gridlock. People were in that gym for months, not knowing what's next, just trying to, it's like you got a revolving door, and suddenly 500 people need to go through that same revolving door. Everybody was equally just kind of devastated in this unknown waiting game. And so freedom, it just brought about this life. And I learned then too, I learned that like the power of like music, in a tragic situation, post-trauma, was so valuable to bring people in the moment, flush emotions, create healing and empowerment, a place to go with you're trapped. You sing a song, whoosh, suddenly you can be bigger than who you are.
This is Jacora, the 10-year-old, and this is right outside the shelter in Baton Rouge.
Let's get it. Yeah, keep that going. We got some light to bring. We got some joy in this thing.
And so that was like the start of it. And then it was such a beautiful song, I decided to record it. And it's a whole beautiful long story that I do in that TED Talk. But like my grandpa, I actually went home, back to my home in mountains of Washington, and was talking about how this powerful experience I had with this song and with music. And actually my grandpa and my grandma too, you know, said you should go back down there and record that song, and we're going to pay for your flight to go there. And I asked Benjamin to come along with me now this time. And we went down and we recorded the Freedom Song, and we found the kids, and we drove through crazy roads with trees falling down to a studio that let us record for free. And we came out with a recording, the Freedom Song. And then that was that part of the story. And then I came home and I tried to share it with Oprah. I tried to share it with all kinds of people, this song, this story, and nothing really happened for like 5 years. And then I donated the song to a compilation CD called by an organization called Harmonic Humanity, who was distributing CDs on the streets for homeless to sell to make a profit.
And I just want to jump in to be really clear. You said 5 years went by.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take this action, and I think this is really important to touch on as another layer of the story, especially for, I don't know, man, anybody who's listening that thinks, oh, I made something and I'm really proud of it and I love it and it's great, but it didn't go anywhere. So I guess it's not going to happen, or I guess it's done, or, that was good and I'm going to put it aside. That's just another layer, but I don't want to step over that. So 5 years later now, already, and if nothing else happened, the value and the worth of music, of what you were able to do to transform these people's lives, even if it was just the two guys outside, but it was so much more than that, right? How it changed the way that everybody who heard that, and the kids and their possibility of hope and what could be spread, and in ways you'll never know, the impact that had, and as it spread and trickled down into their communities and their rebuilding. You record it, tried to share it, send it out, can't find anybody to pick it up, to blast it out. 5 years later now, you find a compilation. So let's pick it up from there.
Yeah, so Al Lovewins and Joseph Jacks were the two founders of Harmonic Humanity. And Al Lovewins approached me and just asked, hey, will you donate your song, the Freedom Song? Because I was playing the song to all my friends and everybody loved it. With the kids, the original one you hear with the kids singing, the kids from the shelter. And he said, hey, will you donate this song? Can we use it on our Harmonic Humanity CD, Love Wins? It's going to be distributed to people facing homelessness on the street, and they're going to be able to buy it for $2 and sell it for $10, something in that price range. And I said, yes, of course. The Freedom Song it's the world song. And so they put it on their compilation CD. And then Joseph Jacks went to a Jason Mraz concert, maybe in San Francisco, I'm not sure. But he was able to get backstage. I think he might have snuck backstage. And he talks to Jason. I don't know if he had met Jason then yet or not, but he says, hey, this is our project. This is what we're doing. And this is the first Harmonic Humanity CD, Love Wins. And here you go. And he gives it to Jason, gives Jason the album. And then on my end, I don't know how many months went by, but I decided to check my MySpace. This is back when MySpace was going on. And I hadn't got on my MySpace. I hadn't signed in a month or two. I don't even know. And I get on there. I click on there. And I see this message from this guy, Jason Mraz. And the message had been sent like a month ago. And I thought at first it was spam. I was just kind of scrolling down. And then I was like, that first sentence really looks like a human. It's like said, hey, Luke, I'm absolutely hooked on your song, the Freedom Song. And I was like, what? And I click on it. And I had only just a week ago been introduced to Jason Mraz as a musician artist because I was watching the Grammys and he was singing the I'm Yours on the Grammys. And the way he
And
sang,
so,
and the vibe of the song, I was like, ooh, this is groovy.
and that's a good point, that this is Jason Mraz reaching out to you. Not that he's been amazing the past decade, but he was at the height of, he was at the Grammys at the time when he
Yeah.
reaches out to you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I just seen him. And so I'm like, wait, is this Jason Mraz? And so I click on it and it's this message, this beautiful, heartfelt message. And he's saying, you know, I heard your song on the Harmonic Humanity CD that Joseph gave me. And I just keep listening to it over and over. And I tracked you, tried to find you, I tracked you down. I saw your MySpace page. And as I learned where the song came from and you and the kids, he's like, I'm in love with the whole thing. And I want to ask your permission to record it with my band in San Diego and turn it into a smash hit and take it around the world. And I'll always tell the story of where it came from. And that was the beginning of a really beautiful friendship. And he did just that. He recorded it and took it around the world.
I want to know if we can go back in time. We went back into 16-year-old Luke. This is whatever it is, 30-year-old Luke, playing some music, probably sharing it a little bit more over this past 5 years, growing incrementally. Hadn't checked your MySpace page. And then you get a message from a dude that you just saw on the Grammys. He says, I love your song. I can't stop listening to it. Do I have your permission to record it, take it around the world, and always share the story?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were feeling or experiencing when you read that message?
Yeah, it was so exciting. And I just there's the energy like right here. I remember just whoosh, this energy that just kind of exhilaration inside, that it felt so validating and like, you know, almost like you're in third grade and like the teacher just comes over and is like, your poem that you wrote, it's got this big like golden star and it's like putting it like right here is just like, you wrote the most incredible poem. And you know, I think it was just like, wow, it was exhilarating. And just the whole journey.
Except in this instance, the teacher would have been like Maya Angelou.
Yeah. yes, exactly. Kind of turns in. Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah. And along with the journey and those beautiful kids and everyone that was like a part of that song, and it was the first. Oh yeah, that's the first song I ever recorded. It was the only song. Wait, at that point I think it was it the no, I think at that point I'd recorded, but it was the first song I ever recorded. And it was it was special. But I'll tell you the most special moment, which is still one of the top moments, like musical, spiritual of my life, was basically he started playing the song, and the moment I'm talking to you about, I'm going to lead up to, but the first moments were amazing when all of a sudden Felipe, my band member and great friend, like all of a sudden just like, Luke, check this out. He sends me a video. It was the first time I see Jason's at like the NAMM show, and I just hear him go, I picture something, it's beautiful. And he starts singing the freedom song. It was like so weird. It's like, that's the song that just always harkens to that moment with the kids on the cement in kind of in the lobby of the sports dome after Hurricane Katrina. And that song, every word is like in my blood and bones. And this person I haven't met yet, and he's singing to the crowd this the song, and it was like, ooh, whoa. And it was just like, whoa, it was so weird and awesome though. It was awesome. It was exciting. And
I picture something is beautiful. It's full of life and it is all blue.